Dominating your fantasy league? Prove it.
Shaping up to be a great game between these two teams. There's no telling what might happen.
Enhance the game with 3 easy steps. Predict, compete, and win. Start now and play your first $20 risk-free. Only on WINVIEW.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Yes, we are live here on Monday morning after a defeat from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it's all good. We live to fight another day. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to the channel. We have reached over 18,400 subscribers, so we're still doing big and better things. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Brandon Tukes, who said this man would be late for his own funeral if he wasn't dead. I live every day trying to figure out how I can be late to my funeral, bro. So I get it. But why do people always say that, though? You're not the only one. They say TD's late. TD's late. But I don't know why I just asked you that, because I just discovered why y'all always say I'm late. It's because when I load the stream, so let me walk y'all through it. I load the stream, right? And I load up my 2-minute countdown. And I say, okay, let me go get my ice water and my water. And but I'm still setting things up. But I'd never noticed that when I load the stream and it's not live yet. See, what some of y'all need to realize is that I'm not even live when y'all be backstage waiting on me to come live, obviously, right? But what happens is it automatically puts it on YouTube and lets you all wait. I don't even have intention of going live at that very second that I set it up. I just set it up and go take care of a few things. Then I come back and say, okay, I'm ready now. But I noticed there's a time on there that says what time I'm about to go live. I just noticed that. There's actually a time that says he's about to go live at what time is it now? 11:07. He's about to go live at 11 o'clock. And I never knew that there was a time on there, but I actually see where I can change the time. But I'm not going to change the time. I'm just going to let you know I'll be live within 5, 10, or 15 minutes after I load the thing, getting ready to go live. All right. So just FYI, I'm not really late. It's just that the time is making you think that. So I guess I will be more conscious of that. But anyway, man, we're going to talk some Miami Dolphins football. We're going to talk about what the team needs to do. We're going to talk about Brian Flores. The main subject is Miami Dolphins coach Brian Flores is believed to have lost the locker room. Is this true? Because I want to talk about some of the recent reports, with Tua's trainer and all of this stuff. I want to have those conversations with y'all. But I want to do it with y'all. We just came from Miami Sports Music, did their thing over there. That was amazing. And I want to be able to post the link as well because I want us to have an open conversation about some of these things. And again, we're not going to have like 50 million people on the screen, but I definitely want to give plenty of people an opportunity to have the conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the link. I'm going to pin the link to the show up top. It's going to be the pinned message. So you'll see it at the top of the screen. It should have just popped up for you, by the way. All right. It should have just popped up for you if you want to join the conversation. And again, we're not trying to just have people here arguing. We want to have people giving their different opinions and bouncing off of each other, even debating it a little and stuff like that. But we're not fighting. We're not arguing. We're not doing all of that. All right. Just healthy debate. I understand, Jack Casey, you're sick of this team. We all are sick, but you know what? We get over it. We get healthy, get some vitamin C, and, we're going to feel better about this team. All right. I guess we need some vitamin T. Tua, right? Tua's coming back, right? That's what everybody says. Our QB1 is coming back. All will be well. That's basically what I'm getting, QB1 is coming back and all will be well. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that energy holds true and QB1 comes back and all will be well. If he comes back. I'm actually hoping that he comes back because Brian Flores' press conference yesterday had me scratching my head. It's like, well, he threw some balls last week. We're hoping to activate him and get him out there practice this week, but we'll see because, it just depends. He's still dealing with the fractured ribs. I think it's just a matter of pain tolerance. So whenever, I'm like, okay, you're not giving us any guarantees. You're not making us feel good. You're telling us the man's still in pain. He's still hurting, but can he go out there and try to fight through it? And this is why it bothers me. Because who in their right mind think Tua ain't going to take a hit in the next game? I don't care that it's the Jags. He going to take a hit, right? And if it's a pain tolerance situation, one more hit like that, how much worse are we going to make it? So that's why Flores had me like, man, is he actually coming back? Y'all give me 1 second. All right, I had to lower my light. But yeah, man, it just didn't make sense to me. So we'll see. And, like I said, I hope he comes back. Because I have different motivations than a lot of people. I have multiple motivations. I never wanted Tua to go on IR. I never wanted him to get hurt. Obviously, we all shouldn't have wanted him to get hurt. I need him to play as many games as possible. I'm just a realist. I'm not going to hold back telling the truth to y'all just because a lie may sound better. But I'll tell you the truth. I want Tua on the field as much as possible for multiple reasons. Reason number one, he's as much experience as possible in growing, and maybe he hits this moment of, wow, he's coming to now. That's number one. If we can get that, all the other stuff don't matter because we win. The biggest profit that the Miami Dolphins can make, the biggest salvaging moment that the Miami Dolphins can make out of all of our misery is Tua being great. The biggest thing that any Dolphin fan could wish for that's going to give us the biggest reward, the biggest bang for our buck, is Tua being great. It's that simple. We're not going to make a greater profit than Tua being great. What does Tua being great mean? It means that we got a franchise quarterback finally. It means that we can save all of our draft picks and continue to make this team better. It means that We can allow this team to grow together. It means so many beneficial, positive, profitable, tangible things. It's the best case scenario for the Miami Dolphins. And let me help y'all understand something. Tua being great is a better outcome than Deshaun Watson without any cases or allegations. It's a better word for it. We profit the most with Tua being great. So I want him on the field so he have a chance to be great. But I also want him on the field because if he isn't great, we can keep putting that on everybody's eyes constantly so that there's no question we need to move on. It's that simple. If he does not end up great, we at least got him on the field so everybody can see how much more of this y'all want to keep on going down the road with. So either way, I need him on the field. Period. I need this man on the field. Shout out Sharif S. Simple, man. I honestly don't think we have as many issues as people think on this team. A lot of people will argue with me. A lot of people will argue with me about this. But I don't think we have as many issues as people think on this team. I really don't. TD, did you see the defense yesterday? Tell me what defense doesn't have a bad game. Now, don't get me wrong. Our linebackers, I'm over it. But you can't see. This is the point that I keep trying to preach to y'all. You can't have it all. Anybody that thinks you can have it all, they're lying to you, ladies and gentlemen. Name me one team that has it all. The Super Bowl winning champs don't even have it all. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, their secondary is not great. Their secondary really isn't great. They really aren't. No team can have it all. So when we talk about our defense, I'm not overreacting off of one game where they got tore up, because the truth is, that's the first game they got tore up. TD, did you see Tua's trainer's tweet? No, I didn't. Can somebody just send it to me already? And everybody keep bothering me about it, but not bothering me, but y'all know what I mean. But nobody sent it to me. Send it to me. But yeah, that's the first time our defense got ate up. When you look at it from a situational standpoint, the defense didn't get ate up versus the Raiders. The defense didn't get ate up versus the Colts. They didn't get ate up versus the Patriots. Versus Buffalo, that was a combination of the lack of our offense and what they were doing to our defense that made them like whatever, just like last year. That was the first game that they just got ate up. Jerome, and that's what you call a great quarterback. A great quarterback who's on the field like, where's number 55 at? Oh, there you go. What up, Baker? Hold on, y'all. Hey, that's what Tom Brady was doing yesterday. Down. Hold. Where Baker at? Hey, Baker. There go 55. There you go. Hey, Fournette, come over here. Let me put you on his side. One-on-one. That's my guy. Hey! Oh, Fournette. He missed another tackle. I can always count on Baker. That's what a great quarterback does. He sits at home all day with his little clicker. Man, they say Xavier Howard a lockdown guy. Let me see where his weakness is. Just hit him with crossing routes, huh? Like I've been telling y'all, but y'all keep on arguing with me. Yeah, it don't matter if I have Evans or Antonio Brown. I wonder who they going to play who tomorrow. And he sat there, oh, they got Antonio Brown, huh? Okay. 55, Baker. Antonio, Island X. Yeah. Oh, I see it. Oh, crossing route. He beat by 5 yards since the line of scrimmage. Oh, touchdown. 55. X. That's what great quarterbacks do. They sit there with their remote control at home and just study film. I don't care how great you are. Let me try to beat you. See, the greats do that. The greats don't just sit at home. Oh, Baker's the mismatch. Let me test Nick Needham. No, the greats, you know where they start? They say, where's the weakest? Baker in pass. And where's the strongest? Xavier Howard. Let me figure out that flaw. Let me demoralize them. Because y'all saw Xavier Howard pouting on the sideline. Had this, so y'all saw it on TV yesterday. Was I the only person that saw that when he got toasted for like the 4th time? That little pout face that he had? Like, so? Was I the only one? No, I wasn't. I know y'all saw it. And that's what great quarterbacks do. That's why I need Tua to come back and start continuing on this path to becoming great. Or show us you're not. It's that simple. I'll take either one at this point. I'll take you being great. It's the best profit. But if you're not great, I just need you to come back and show everybody that so that we can start making our next plans. It's that simple. Zero remorse. Let's figure this out. You either it or you're not. At some point, we got to stop hanging in the middle, still trying to figure out. So I need him on the field. But as far as this defense, like I said, and I see a lot of y'all backstage, I'm about to come to y'all in like 5 to 10 minutes. Let more people come in the room. But listen, the defense, I'm not even concerned about. That's going to happen. But in today's NFL, why is it so hard with a lot of people to move on with the new times? They always want to compare the 90s, the early 2000s. This is a whole new game of football, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of new rules, a lot of new advantages, a lot of new disadvantages. It's not the same NFL. Throwing the ball reigns supreme. If you can so happen to find a balance, then better for you. But it's not likely in today's NFL. There aren't many balanced teams. There are great passing teams that make their run game look like they have balance, but there's a lot of passing teams in this league now, and that's just what it is. This is a whole new NFL. But our defense is just fine. I'm not worried about them. They're supposed to give up points. They're not supposed to, but based off of the NFL, everybody gives up some points here and there. Everybody has a game where it's just terrible. But that's where your offense has to help your defense out. Let me say another thing about a defense before I move on, because I need people to understand something. Your offense can 1,000% dictate how well the defense plays. Why is it so hard for people to fathom that? If your offense is 3 and out all day, your defense is on the field all day working and getting tired, that's a problem. Yesterday, do y'all not notice yesterday they were just subbing wide receivers in and out? I saw Antonio Brown on the sideline more than you could ever think. But Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, I bet you they played over 90%. I mean, I'm like, why is Evans on the sideline? Is he hurt? Nope. Antonio Brown just got the 40-yard pass on that play. Oh, Antonio Brown just went on the sideline. Is something wrong with him? Nope. Evans just ate. Or this person, or that person, or this person. They're deep. That's how our receiving core is supposed to be. If you got a quarterback just, equal opportunity employer, just dishing it around, deep balls, mid-range, if you got that type of guy. That's what our receiving core is supposed to be with all the talent that we supposedly have. Preston showed you he could still get off, but we stopped going to him after the beginning of the game. At the one incomplete pass on a 3rd down, it's like we just stopped throwing the ball to Preston Williams. But I also understand I saw the defense more so veering towards his side a lot more too, after he just already started cooking at the beginning of the game. Yeah, I got that tweet now. I'll cover that in a little bit. All right. I'm great, John. Appreciate you. But yeah, that's how we're supposed to be. Okay. All right. Anyway, man, I'm not concerned about our defense like everybody else is. I'm just gonna say that now. It's just our offense, y'all. Defense is gonna have some bad games, but if you got a good offense, sometimes they offset that and they alleviate that. And the last thing I'll say about it all is that what we need to understand is if our offense looks bad, other teams' offenses will take risks and chances and shots that they normally wouldn't because they have confidence that even if they fail, they'll get it out they'll get the ball back without repercussion. Without repercussion. So like I said, man, I'm not worried about the defense. It is solely the offense. I'm not worried about the running game. I just think the coaches need to dial up more runs. I'm not worried about the wide receivers nor the tight ends. And lastly, I'm not worried about the O-line as much, y'all. You see how everybody said the O-line played much better yesterday, and if they could just play like that for Tua. No, I'm gonna do a whole nother stream on that because that made me mad. That narrative makes me mad because it's a lie. I got to do a whole nother stream on that. Nah, forget it. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna talk about it now because it makes me mad. This notion, O-line played very well yesterday. I actually like what they did to protect Brissett. If they could just play like that for Tua. Let me tell y'all why that is the biggest lie of all time. Y'all got two eyes just like me. Was Jacoby Brissett not running for his life? Tell me I'm lying. Yeah, they kept the pocket clean at times just as much as they keep it clean for Tua. But was he not running for his life? Brushing off sacks. Two guys hit him. He bounced off of it and throws it at the last minute. Was he not running for his life and getting hit a lot yesterday? Please, y'all tell me in the comment section if I'm tripping right now. Please tell me if I'm tripping right now. Please. I can't believe this narrative that they played good. And yeah, they played good because the quarterback made them look better. This is what people don't understand. As many times as Jacoby Brissett got hit, had to run away from pressure, had to avoid it, had to duck under it, got hit and bounced off of it, throwing for dear life real quick, the hurries. That was all on Jacoby. He made them look better. And this is why I keep telling y'all, your quarterback makes your O-line look better. If he doesn't officially get sacked, it helps your O-line's ratings. I might have to actually get the all 22 of this game now, so I can show y'all exactly what I'm talking about, the true day that Jacoby Brissett had. How much this man avoided. Out there limping and fighting with a hamstring, getting beat up and still coming in fighting, getting hit while throwing, getting hit 3 times and hurrying up and getting into Gaskins for dear life. You know how many times yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, he got it to him. Yeah, okay, let's go. But this narrative, the O-line plays so much better. They didn't play so much better. The quarterback actually made them look better by not getting sacked and not going down all the time. Because had Jacoby Brissett got sacked 3 of the times where he definitely got hit in the backfield and went down, and what would y'all be saying? If we put up 10 points yesterday and Jacoby Brissett had some major sacks because he couldn't shrug it off and he actually went down, or he didn't just get it off in time right as he was going down, y'all would have said the O-line sucked again. It was a combination, ladies and gentlemen. The O-line has been playing like this all season, and it's not as bad as it looks. It's just the quarterback play that we've had behind the line has literally been incompetent of helping them. And Jacoby Brissett finally had a well put together game where he actually helped them quite a bit. Still wasn't good enough, but he helped them a lot yesterday. He helped them more than the last 2 weeks. I did film 2 weeks ago showing you how clean them pockets was, and Jacoby was just missing people. But we still said the O-line sucked. And I hate the things you can't prove unless you put them in that situation. Because Brady in this O-line, some of these other guys in the O-line, they have intangibles that will make up for it. They have intangibles that would really make up for it, man. Because it's going to be interesting if the Jaguars are sacking Tua. What they gonna say? They're gonna go right back to the O-line. Man, this O-line trash getting sacked by the Jags. And the Jags defense actually ain't no pushover. That's what some of y'all need to realize. They're not. They're not a pushover. Everybody backstage, it'll be nice to get you on camera. That way I can know it's not a troll doing nothing inappropriate. What's up, Nicholas? What's going on, bro?
Nothing, man. Just excited, man. My Chargers won. I don't know if you can see the apparel.
I see it. I see it, man.
Yeah, man. I just appreciate your input. You know, you're right. Like the offensive line really makes the key. Like last year with the Chargers, like we had a terrible offensive line. You know, and this year it's really making a difference.
Our fan base denies that. They feel like y'all had a great line last year, and that's the only reason Herbert was successful.
Well, yeah, other than that, I mean, we had some, you know, injuries that kind of, you know, derailed us, you know, from doing what we needed to do, you know, but other than that, you know, Herbert, you know, he like he did last year, you know, he's continuing to do impressive things, you know, and what I saw from you guys last week against Tampa, you know, yeah, I mean, I wasn't asking anybody to beat Tampa. Tampa's like a loaded team, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least the defense, from the defense side of it, to give up like 45, you know, like they say, like on any given Sunday, you know, like maybe maybe they might hang in there with Tom Brady. Like the Dolphins pretty much know Tom Brady than any other team, you know, because they used to play with him in the AFC East. I mean, look at Buffalo last night, right? They came in there, they beat Kansas City. You know, after, you know, Kansas City having their number, you know, so it's like on any given Sunday, you know, it really is.
I agree, man. So do you support the Dolphins?
Oh yeah. I'm a Dolphin supporter. My dad is actually a Miami Dolphin fan, but we live in California now, so that's how I'm a Charger fan for life. But yeah, we support Chargers, Dolphins.
So were you ever a Dolphins fan?
Probably like around the Dante Culpepper era. Like that's when I first started watching it, and
so it was easy for you to transfer.
Yeah. Okay. It was like around the Dante Culpepper era. What was that, like 2005 or 6? Whenever he was there. You know, something about Dante Culpepper from Minnesota, which, you know, I enjoyed, you know, watching him in Minnesota with Randy Moss and Chris Carter and all those guys. And when he went to Miami, I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Like, I hope we can do the same thing. And then they just broke my heart, you know, the next year. So I became a Charger fan.
That's what's up, man. Hey, but I appreciate you coming through, man. Give me your take on it. Good luck for the Chargers. You got a good team right now.
Yeah, we're 4-1, but we, you know, like a game like yesterday that we played, that was like a game last year that we would have probably lost in the remaining, you know, fourth quarter.
Well, your defense would have lost it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And they lost it all game until the fourth quarter. They finally made a play or two.
Yeah, it's like we're finally closing these close games, which kind of, had a curse on us the last couple, seasons, like losing close games and not finishing the games. Like those were like those type of games that we would, just blow out the door,
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through, though, homie.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, keep doing good things, man. Dolphins fans, I'm with you. That's my second team, I guess, if you were to say it. So, go Chargers, go Dolphins, and good luck this week.
Appreciate
Salute,
you,
homie.
Salute you.
All right, what's up, EBM?
What's going on, TD?
I'm good, man. I'm gonna read these tweets out loud because I haven't read them yet, so this will be my first time reading them.
What tweets?
We're just not that good. From Perform, we're just not that good as a defense, as a team without our QB. We have no chance against the Super Bowl champs. Ross is pissed. Team is bad. But if Tua wins next week against the Jags, it's for sure the defense and Flores coaching. Wow. The kid deserves better. He got the blank end of the stick, and above all, he succeeded. Maybe not your idiotic opinion, but the numbers don't lie. That's I guess Tua's agent.
Was that today? Was that tweet today?
Yesterday at 3:36 and 4 p.m.
Because I didn't hear. This is the first time I've heard that tweet. I know he tweeted out some other stuff, but this is the first time I've heard that tweet. So, well, I definitely think there's an agenda in play here. Obviously, Perform Nick Hicks. Tua is their client, and the job of any, any organization that they're affiliated with, any player, the job of that organization is to paint as positive a picture as they possibly can about their clients. And I think that's been consistent with Nick Hicks. I told Reason this privately months ago. I said we need to be careful about the information that this man is putting out, because it's all, number one, 100%. It's all positive about Tua. There's nothing negative about Tua. Now again, I think Tua's a good guy, but come on, man, he ain't Jesus Christ. He's not without blemish. I mean, he's not without, you know what I'm saying? So, I think what's going on here, if this is true, that this is purely speculation on my part. Now, I've been privy to conversations that this individual has put out, that he's put out to different people not affiliated with the Dolphins, and he's been running his mouth about Brian Flores for quite some time now.
Almost day two.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, and it appears that there's a anti-Brian Flores campaign trying to get started, in my opinion. And the question is, why? And if that is Tua leaking this information to this individual, which I do believe it is to a great degree, not saying that this man don't have conversation with other players, but we all know at the end of the day, there's been a disconnect since day one between this coach and this player. We all know that. And if the reports are accurate about this man wanting to select a different player rather than Tua last year's draft, we know why. We know why there's a disconnect. So at the end of the day, if Tua is leaking this information to this organization, that reflects very bad on Tua, in my opinion. If I'm a player in the locker room, I have to be looking at him sideways, because he looks like a spoiled kid that is using this organization as a shoulder to cry on, in my opinion. And bro, be a man. Own up, listen, I'm not saying I don't know the dynamics 100% of what transpired between Tua and Brian Flores behind closed doors. But at the end of the day, man, okay, is it fair? No, I'm sure it's not fair. But you got to be a man, bro. You got to put your big boy pants on and compartmentalize everything and control what you can control, and that's your play on the field. Tua needs to take that approach and stop. If that's accurate, now I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I do believe that this information is coming from Tua for the reason I just highlighted, so we're clear. But I can't say that definitively it's coming from him. But if it is, Tua needs to stop that, bro. That he looks like a spoiled kid an entitled kid that, he has a a coach that necessarily might not believe in him, 100%. And again, like somebody mentioned on Miami Sports Music that Tua hasn't been given a fair chance. Pardon my language, TD, but get the fuck out of here with that narrative. They have given Tua everything. They built everything around this player. Have they gotten the O-line correct? No, but they tried. They went and invested 2 first-round picks on your wide receiver you had in college. They tried to build and structure an offense around him that would highlight his strengths and that we could be successful with. They tried to do that. It's just that offensive structure is not going to work in the NFL. So this narrative about Tua is a victim here is ridiculous, in my opinion. And if Tua, if it is accurate, he's leaking this information to this organization, it needs to stop like yesterday, in my opinion.
Well, my thing on that, bro, is the simple fact that everybody want to say, oh, this is speculation. First of all, this is coming right from his agent's account, okay? But the big thing of it all is this. If this ain't the case, then Tua should be telling his agent to take it down or stop that.
I agree. I agree. And an agent will not make a move and put stuff out there like that generally if their client is not on board.
Yeah, he's his boss. So if Tua's listen, here's the deal, bro. It just doesn't look good. And at the end of the day, we also know that the agent is supposed to be talking like this because it's his client. It's his client who should be making him tons of money. But guess what? I want y'all to really think about it. A year from now, he's supposed to be negotiating a multi-$100 million deal for his client.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like he's going to be getting a multi-$100 million deal? I mean, as of right now, we don't know what will happen. But as of right now, does the stock look like there's going to be a multi-$100 million deal?
Mm-mm.
So
no, sir.
This is their job, to be a mouthpiece. But what I will say, man, this is all distraction. But what I will also tell you, EM, what I don't like is you are 1,000% correct about something specifically that you said. There is this whispering campaign to point everything at Brian Flores.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really interesting. This is why I said on Stephen D's morning show this morning, I can't believe what I'm hearing about Brian Flores. We ended the season saying he got robbed from being coach of the year. And 5 games in, people are saying he's the problem. He needs to go. How in the crap does that happen? You shouldn't even be allowed to say such things until the middle of next season. It absolutely makes no sense. And to put things into perspective, we have also had one of the toughest starts in the NFL from a strength of schedule standpoint.
That is correct.
We played a tough Patriots team, regardless of their record. Everybody knows they're tough, period. The Raiders were literally the team to beat in the NFL when we played them.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Colts, was that the team that got in the playoffs last year over us?
Yeah, they were in the playoffs last year.
And supposedly got a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo, come on. And the Bucks, and they're talking about Flores. There is a motive and an agenda driven in the Brian Flores needs to go people. And I'm telling you, I don't care. I don't sugarcoat nothing. It ain't nothing but the people that are mad that Tua isn't looking the way that they'd hoped that he'd look because they heard the rumors themselves. Well, Brian Flores wanted Herbert. They don't like that. Number one, they don't like that. And number 2, they feel like Flores, even pulling him last year, they didn't like it. They just want to see Tua on the field and no one else. And who's making the decisions not to have him on the field? He must go. I'm telling you, that's what this is. This is whether people want to admit it or not. This ain't got nothing to do with this team. This is a Tua-driven narrative.
I think there's a lot of truth to that, TD. I told Breezy the exact same thing last night. I think there's a lot of truth to that. But I'm not, and I want to be clear here. I'm not sitting here saying that Brian Flores, he does not deserve some criticism, because a lot of decisions that he's made at the beginning of the season, there's plenty of question marks to go around. But at the end of the day, this anti-Flores narrative didn't start Sunday. This has been going on since
last year.
Yeah.
Around week 5.
It's been going on. It's been going on for quite some time now. And at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. But at the end of the day, Flores, now if you want to compare the two, Flores clearly is more accomplished. He's accomplished more in this league than what Tua Tagovailoa has. Flores, based off his 2 previous seasons that he had, he deserves a lot more grace than Tua, because Tua's accomplished nothing to this point. So this anti-Flores campaign needs to stop. Flores has earned our grace he's earned enough grace for us to allow him to right this ship. And yeah, man, that needs to stop. I think you're spot on with a lot of what you just said, bro, about a lot of fan base are not pleased with what's transpired with Tua Tagovailoa to this point.
Did you hear the beginning of the show?
I did, bro. I did.
So I said something at the beginning that was disagreeing with something you said before we left Steven's channel. And I want to give you the reason why. And then I want to ask you, what do you think about my reasoning? You said that the O-line is playing well for Brissett, and hopefully they could play like this for Tua. I disagreed, and here's why. And just tell me if I'm off or if it has some reasoning. I feel like the O-line played just the same, and Jacoby Brissett was working miracles yesterday and escaping daunting pressure, like literally getting hit and just getting it to Gaskins, or just running away from literally taking a sack. But you're like, how did he get out of that? Like, I saw more pressure yesterday than I saw last week, honestly, but he handled it better.
I think it was a play calling, TV. I think it was.
But a sack is a sack, though. I mean, these guys were on him back there.
Hey, hang on. Let me just report. I'm hearing a lot of feedback, TD, in the background.
Yeah, me too. Bill Clinton, we're getting a lot of
okay.
Bill Clinton. Go out and come back in. We're getting a lot of feedback from your microphone. But am I tripping on that? Because I saw Jacoby Brissett under duress all day, taking beatings, but delivering despite of and escaping and throwing the ball, making plays. And I felt like a lot of the things he avoided, Tua just can't avoid.
I would agree with you, TD. But what I meant by, maybe I should have clarified what I meant by, I was coming from a pure personnel grouping standpoint. I think that's where I was coming from. Because I mean, Eichenberg, he had his highest graded game of the season yesterday. Austin Jackson, he had with him at left guard yesterday against the most imposing front seven in the league, I might add. He had his highest graded, statistically, had his highest graded game yesterday. So from I think this personnel grouping can work. I think to completely solidify things, in my opinion, is to still kick Robert Hunt back out to right tackle, and figure out right guard. But I think because Eichenberg clearly is a better option than Austin Jackson at left tackle, clearly. But at the end of the day, I'm coming from a personnel grouping standpoint. They did play better. There was much more clean pockets. I think Bill Clinton did hit on something. He made a good point. I think the play calling was more consistent yesterday. The offense was getting, it was much more paced. It was much more rhythm. I felt, especially early on. So I think, again, the personnel grouping, the shifting of offensive linemen, this has been a work in progress since training camp. They've been trying to figure it out. Looks like they might have hit on something, because it looks like this might be, considering who we faced yesterday, considering they might have hit on something right here. So let's just let this play out. And then the play calling again, there was consistency yesterday. So again, like I said, I don't think I know the score was terrible, and I was extremely frustrated as well. But I do not think we're as bad as we're a bad team as we played yesterday, bro. So there's positive things to take from that game yesterday, in my opinion.
But they need to kick Hunt out to the right.
Yeah. They should have never moved it.
Jesse Davis had another one where he came unevaded to the quarterback, and thankfully, Brissett just like absorbed it.
He shouldn't. They should not have ever, unless you're going to go with the clear upgrade athletically, which is Rashad Slater. Because in my opinion, I know there was a lot of hype about Panay Sewell, and I get that, but Rashad Slater should have been the pick. Rashad Slater is clearly the better option to this point. So the Dolphins could have sat there at 11 because he was taking just one pick after us, and the Chargers done got us twice. They done got us. Think about this. They got us twice. We passed on Herbert, and then we passed on Rashad. We could have sat there at 11 and got Rashad Slater, but we opted not to. We opted to trade back up to 6 and give up a second first-round pick to Jalen Waddle. You could have had Rashad Slater sitting there right at 11. The Chargers have got us twice. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. But at the end of the day,
let me ask you a question. You said the grades are out. Is that PFF?
Yeah, I saw on Twitter.
Well, I'm confused.
Eichenberg was the highest graded lineman we had yesterday.
Well, this is what I'm trying to understand with PFF, because I have PFF, right? And the grades that I see, every time it like looks like for the season, but not weekly. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Because like people say, this person was graded this yesterday, and I guess it's something that I just like. I'm trying to understand, how do you get just the one game,
the weekly grades?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a PFF subscription, so I can't answer that. But the tweets that I get, it's always on a week-to-week basis until the end of the season. So I don't know how to go into their website and pull that up. I don't know, bro. I have no idea. But Eichenberg was our highest graded lineman yesterday, and Austin Jackson had his highest rating probably since he's been a Dolphin. He graded out at 69 overall.
That's nice.
Yesterday.
That's nice. That's actually really good, though. That's not like an average. That's actually really good.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think that because we had such a tough schedule the first 5 weeks that we're maybe overreacting right now? Or do you think that maybe perhaps this is just showing a glimpse of what the future is going to hold immediately?
But I keep saying that. I keep saying that it was tough competition, but that's not the issue that I have personally, Jolie. I understand it wasn't great competition. That's why I said we're about to win some games, y'all. I know everybody want to say it's because Tua's coming back, but no, we should be able to beat Jacksonville with Jacoby. We should be able to beat a lot of these teams that we're about to play with Jacoby. Now, the problem is, even though it was a tough schedule, Jolie, at what point are we going to start beating good teams?
It's true, but it took too long. It took too long for us to even figure out 5 weeks plus the offseason. I can understand last year because we had no offseason, but it just took too long for them to even figure out part of the O-line. That's the part that's frustrating.
I agree 100%.
We had good excuse last year, but not this year. Not week 5, not against the Super Bowl champions. Nobody expected us really to win, honestly. If we would have won, it would have been such a Dolphin thing to do. Because, of course, we would beat the friggin' Super Bowl champs, but lose to the Colts. Like, that is such a Dolphin thing to do. But at the end of the day, why is it it's like we surprised ourselves by doing so well last year that maybe we're still in shock that we did so well. And for some reason, we're not looking into the fact that, hey, we have an off season. Hey, we have these 5 weeks. By now, there is no reason why we shouldn't have figured out our O-line at this point, even with the people that we have, especially with what Ian was saying. Look, this one change, finally in week 5, where we had virtually no chance of winning, And look how good we did. The O line actually looked the best to me, in my opinion, with the best competition we've gone against. This is by far, obviously, the best competition we've gone against, besides Buffalo, obviously. But it's the best organization that we have for our own line. And when you look at that, look how much protection we were able to provide. Um, my God, I'm drawing a blank. But what's his name? Brisket. And with that, we're able to go ahead and make such a huge
Stop
difference
there.
by such a minuscule decision by switching these two guys. Why couldn't we do that week 3? Why couldn't we do that against Buffalo? Why couldn't we do that week 1? And that's the issue that I personally have.
And see, I agree. I agree 100%, Jolie. This should have been figured out in training camp. And see, this is where I assign blame to Brian Flores. That's what I said. There's plenty of blame to go around. This should. Austin Jackson was atrocious in OTAs. You should have known that then. Liam Eichenberg was atrocious at right tackle in OTAs. You should have figured this out then. Why are you waiting till 5 games in to scramble and try to fix? This should have been hammered out a long time ago.
This is my theory to that, EM. This is actually what I finally figured out. They probably do look good in practice and in camp because our front four on defense doesn't look good. Okay, and this is what I said about Malcolm Brown. When Malcolm Brown is starting, why is he starting? But maybe he's looking good in our practice. Our guys aren't good at run stopping.
Yeah, you guys have 5 weeks though. 5 weeks.
But now when we're playing real competition against the NFL, they're starting to see where the weaker points are, where they could be better at, and this and that. I expected us to rotate. But listen, you guys are having valid points. I want to jump back to the Flores thing, guys, please, because this is big to me. I'm sorry, EM. Y'all can have the floor when I'm done because I gotta go right now. Everybody flopping on Flores is actually depressing to me. I knew in the beginning of the season we were going to have rainy days. There were going to be rainy days. These games are tough. But right now it feels like it's a monsoon right now. And at least this is to me. To me, I can't speak for the rest of the fan base. My issue right now is we lost to the good teams, right? But the way we lost to the good teams. We're getting blown out. It's like almost we don't have a chance. And that's the issue right now, at least for me.
That's not true, Pete. We played Indianapolis with the playoff team. We should have won that game.
No.
Oakland.
Come on. I'm talking about the two main. I'm talking about the 2 main games, Buffalo and Tampa. This is where these are the 2 games. Ian, this is what I'm talking about. Let me finish real quick. These are the 2 games where everybody on the schedule knew we were going to lose these games, right? But what you want to show is at least a fight to the end. Show us that when you rematch these guys, we have a shot. And that's what we're not seeing right now. We're getting blown out by the
hold on, Ian. Wait, I disagree, Pete, because look at the first quarter in both games. We held Buffalo to no points. The first quarter.
The game is played in 4 quarters.
No,
but look at the team. At the end of the day, yes, we lost, but the second half is we just gave up. But look at both games. First half, we got the teams and we held them, both of them actually. But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can ask a defense that's running there for 40 minutes out of a 48-minute game, 60-minute game. Like it's just not. It's impossible for them to be in the field for that long. And expect them to play at a high level for that long, consistently in both games. Look at how our defense started. Both games were really good. That first and second quarter, maybe not as much this last game, but those two games, really, really good. But the problem is that we did not have.
The thing is,
we did not have the offense we needed to be able to continue
this is what I'm gonna say. We all have our receipt. We all have everything we've said already here, right? But at the end of the day, we all can make excuses. But like I said, when we lose to the teams that we know we're going to lose to, I just want to see us have a better shot. Maybe a 1-score loss. Save it to the end.
All right.
Pete, you're cutting out.
But to Pete's point, like again, to highlight the positive that we took offensively from yesterday, and I agree with Jolie's point. The defense has been on the field far too long these first 5 games, especially the first 4. So now, hopefully, they've hit on from a personnel standpoint, on the best 5, offensive linemen that we have, and hopefully we can build upon that, and things will stabilize up front. And then also the play calling. Apparently, there's only one guy now responsible for the play calling. This is all alleged, but from what folks are, from what people are putting out, there's only one voice in that room now. So, and again, that might have contributed to the consistency that we saw yesterday. So moving forward, the rest of the season, if the offense can pick up the pace, can establish some rhythm, and we can actually we can play complementary football, offense and defense and special teams like we did, especially the second half of the season last year, things will improve dramatically. The defense will improve dramatically, in my opinion.
But you got to think about it. You got to think about the fact that every good team defense is always on the field. Like, you get off on defense, and Patrick Mahomes scores in 3 plays. Now you're back on the field again. Every good team has a defense that's always on the field. So I actually do want our defense to be always on the field, because I want our quarterback to put the ball in the end zone.
Anybody want to address that? I don't know.
Here's the deal on that.
I get where you're coming from, 1200, but this is the thing. Look at where we play, A. And B, look at how much, even exactly what you're saying, the good teams, the great teams, actually, if you want to take Kansas City, guess what? They end up actually they don't take 2 minutes to go down the field and score. They'll kill the clock for a whole eight minutes. And then their defense will have to go back. And then
that's not true. They're not a kill the clock team, because if you think about it, Kansas City is a comeback team, and they proved it this year when they came back against the team that they played last. But they come back. That's what they do. They wait till the second half, and then they destroy you.
They didn't do that Sunday night.
No, first off, every goal for every team, every offense, every coach is to establish balance on your team, is to be complementary. The defense has to complement their offense and vice versa. No coach wants their defense, no coach wants to lose the time of possession game. When you hear these more credible announcers on ESPN and all these past coaches, what do they always highlight? In particular, from a strategy standpoint, every coach is trying to win that time of possession game. Every coach. Leaving your defense on the field like that, bro, for 40 minutes a game, bro, that is not a recipe
I just don't want to get away from making the defense accountable, because we definitely just lost because of the defense. To be 100% real with you, that's the reason why we lost. I mean, the Colts couldn't stop nothing, couldn't stop anything that they wanted to do.
Let me jump in here real quick. As far as the defense goes,
hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure out where the static is coming from. Can everybody?
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's Sabodi.
We're good.
Yeah. So I just want to get in here real quick. As far as the defense is concerned, you can still scheme and come back from even though as bad as they play, they still have the potential to come back from that. So I'm really not. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I'm not. I'm not ready to incinerate everything on fire. And then the other thing I was gonna say is, like, in the comment section, you have people saying Tua's gonna come save the day, and we're gonna blow out the Jags. Like, that's not really something that, like, it's not Tua's fault that that's the game he's coming back to. Yeah, he needs to perform well, but, like, he needs to knock it out of the park. I mean, like 300 plus yards. He needs to close the gap as far as, like, looking like when he shows you what we're gonna see With our guys, I don't want to hear nothing about stats. Now I understand 300 yards would look great, but he needs to look good doing it. He needs to look the part because that's what sets Herbert apart from Tua. Because right now, if you're a Dolphin fan and you're going to hang your hat on the fact that we're going to beat the Jaguars with Tua, you're that's like a joke of a mentality because Herbert's out here slaying
5 touchdowns.
Hold on, why are people sleeping on the Jags?
In the most competitive,
trash.
The most
You realize
competitive.
the Jags lost the last 3 games.
But hang on,
Two out of the 3 were by 1 possession.
But yeah, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter.
They have
Herbert's
the
out here
longest
in
losing
the
streak
most
in the NFL
competitive
right now.
division in the NFL, the AFC West. He's got them at number 1. They've beat the Chiefs. They've beat the Raiders. And they just beat the Browns. Those are all high-quality playoff teams. We can't hang our hats on the fact that we're going to get a W against the Jaguars, y'all. It's a positive and it's a step in the right direction, but there's nothing to hang your hat on. And it's nothing to go hard in the paint about, Tua's an overcomer. Tua still ain't done jack. I'm sorry.
I just need.
I don't care if he ain't done jack. We need him back. Because Brissett is stinking up the place, man. For real.
This how I feel.
Whoever's
the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins is my quarterback. That's how I feel. So Tua will come back. I hope he does well, but we just need a win, guys. We need a win.
Yep. This season isn't going as planned, so I thought we was going to win a lot of games, but
hey, y'all hold it down for me for a little bit.
We got you, TD.
I mean, Emmanuel Ogbah ain't producing nothing on the defensive line. We have no pass rush. Tom Brady had all day to look for Antonio Brown crossing over the field. You know how long it takes for a crossing route to develop? You have no pass rush.
Don't put that on Ogbah. Ogbah doing this.
Don't put that on him.
No, he don't.
I was watching him the whole game.
Well, honestly, I think Jalen Phillips should just play D and I think he just play D for the rest of the season. Yeah, in all honesty.
Yeah, I don't know why they got him dropping back at all. It's just confusing.
How many sacks Emmanuel Ogbah have right now?
One.
How many sacks?
No, he's got two. He's got 2 sacks, and he's top 5 in pressure. No, it ain't Emmanuel Ogbah, bro.
All I'm saying, in the time that we need him, in the time we need him, he's not coming up. We need some kind of pass.
He's doubled. You know why? He's doubled.
No, but not all the time. Not all the time.
No. Yeah. And when he does actually get a one-on-one opportunity, he generally wins.
The one person on the D line that get double on anybody is Christian Wilkins.
No. It's Emmanuel Ogbah.
Well, we got Raekwon back, so it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different with Raekwon.
You know what?
Well, this is a problem, guys. When it comes, real quick. Wait, Bill Clinton, real quick. When it love your name, by the way.
Yeah, baby.
When it comes to the defense, this is the issue that I have with the defense. Right now, we're not utilizing our players to their best ability. Why is Baker stepping back? We need them to go after the quarterback. If everybody remembers from yesterday's game, that there was a point where we were hounding Brady and he was getting frustrated in that first quarter. And I don't understand why we stopped and went into zone when we were going after him. And everybody knows you want to throw Brady off his game, you have to go after him, go after him. And for some reason, I don't understand why these coaches are going back into the zone. When we have Phillips and have them go after the quarterback, which is what they're best at anyways.
They're not beating the one-on-one.
They try.
Nobody beating the one-on-one.
I agree with Jolie.
Yeah,
I agree.
Man.
But it's like every mid game when we're in zone, when we're in the man, we always switch the zone, which makes absolutely no sense. We're a better man team than we're a zone team. I don't know why Josh Boyer or Flores, whoever's making the decision.
We can't hear you, Tyler. We can't hear you. Yeah,
bro. We can't play man the whole game. This is the NFL, bro. They're gonna pick that apart. They will destroy
any great quarterback is gonna figure. You can't be consistently showing the same look, bro. You got to be able to throw a ball.
First, we didn't play man the whole game.
Every time we
matter
man
of fact, Brady was scoring when we were playing man the most. with pick routes.
And also you got to consider. I mean, that's a top 5 offensive line all day, bro.
Hey, let me take over for a second, guys.
So,
Everybody,
you
all
know,
of you guys have fair points. All of you guys have fair points, and I agree with everything you guys said.
You making a lot of excuses for the defense, bro.
No,
listen.
Hang on. Is that not a hang on? Is that not a fact?
Hold up, Pete. Hold up,
Hang
Pete.
on. Is that not a fact that they have a top, probably a top 3 offensive line? Is that not a fact?
You say something about the DB? Oh, they got a good offensive line. I mean, bro.
They're one of the best.
Bro, that's a fact.
They're one of the best O linemen in football, and he's only in his second year.
They collectively they have a top 3 to top 5.
Hold up, one at a time. One at a time, y'all. One at a time.
That's a fact. You can't get around that, bro.
I just wanted. I don't have that much time, like you guys right now. I just wanted to touch back on the topic you EM and TD were talking about with the hot seat of Coach Flores, and this is my belief on it.
That's bullshit, bro.
This is my belief. Look,
man.
first of all, if you go back to the Cincinnati game last year and Flores running on the field fighting for our players, everybody and their mom, their auntie, and their cousin loves Flores. We went 10-6. They're mad he didn't win Coach of the Year. You know, you can't forget these things. But now, you know, reports come out, you know, Tua gets benched by Flores, then he gets benched again. And then, you know, reports come out, Flores really not as a Tua guy. So now you got these Tua guys really flipping on Flores, and now they seem like they're going to make everybody believe in that. When in all reality, Flores just doesn't buy in. All he wants to do is win.
You
That's
can't,
the reason
you can't
why.
put Flores on the hot seat unless you give him an elite quarterback first. You got to give him a good quarterback.
I think it's like a hidden agenda. I think it's personal. Like they started fire Flores campaign, and I think it's personal. It's
listen
like
to how bad. Yes, it's personal with the Tua because he's not a Flores. Really, he's not a. So, but look, he comes in. First year, rebuild the team, wins 5 out of nowhere. Second year, doubles it. Now everybody's overhyped and loving it. I don't get it. Why they're flopping off of it. I just don't. But you guys, let me know what it is. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll be listening.
Greer wouldn't fire Flores because if he fires Flores, that would be his last chance also. And if he doesn't find somebody to replace Flores and be better than Flores, then he's going to get fired too. So I don't even think he put himself in that position.
Hold on, can I say
There's no need to fire Flores. They both need an extra year.
No,
they both need an extra year.
Yeah.
We need a quarterback.
Hey, but check this out though, man. I really like this. We have no wide receiver explosion. What do you guys think about? Just hear me out for 1 second. What you guys think about us trying to pick up Odell Beckham Jr. from the Cleveland Browns?
No.
To be honest,
no. Can you guys hear me?
We got plenty wide receivers. We got plenty
wide receivers at? Even we got plenty wide receivers at? Our wide receivers are banged up and hurt.
Let me finish. I just want to bring up 1 point. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Even with Fuller and Devontae banged up, the core still looked good yesterday with Waddle, Preston, Albert. It still looked good. Last year when Devontae got banged up, we looked like we was getting guys off the street to play wide receiver. We still look pretty decent. We could have got the job done yesterday with the wide receivers we had. Period.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be blue to the face. Why don't we use Gesicki like we're supposed to be using Gesicki? Every
like
time.
a wide receiver. I don't know why.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Every time the
only reason I say that
making it happen, and I don't understand why they stop going away from him. He's the most consistent player and literally our biggest target that we have.
But let me tell you why they don't want to put him outside.
Josh Allen got Diggs.
They don't want to put him outside Williams because that would reclassify his position to wide receiver. Then you would have to pay him more than you pay a tight end.
We can still use him as a tight end. He is a tight end, whatever. He's just still your biggest target regardless. So at the end of the day, we should be using him the most. He is the most consistent player that we had that is available. and B can actually catch ball. Because if you guys saw that pass, not this game, but the previous game, any other receiver would have dropped that touchdown pass, and Gesicki managed to do a 360 and still catch it. So I don't care what anybody says. We need to start using him the most for us to be.
Hey, listen, you guys are talking about a tight end, right? It just goes to show you that we have no receivers. Will Fuller
What?
hurt.
What?
Devontae Parker. What receivers we got besides Waddle? What receivers we got besides Waddle? I mean, we playing with mediocre. He
Preston was
mediocre,
doing.
bro.
Bro, did you see the
Preston
catch?
Williams is mediocre.
Preston is
It don't
mediocre.
matter, bro. Yeah, he mediocre, bro. That's mediocre. Do you see the
No.
wide receivers across the land
I
right
gotta
now?
disagree with you,
With
my
DJ
brother.
listen, Hopkins. You
I
got
gotta disagree.
Hopkins.
Imagine
Hold on,
what
let me
better.
talk. Can I
Imagine
talk,
what
bro?
better
Can I
would
talk?
do.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Go
Hopkins
ahead.
is the best receiver in the
You
game.
got listen. You got DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green and Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore. Then you got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. You got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and look who we got. Look at our receiving core. A banged
Will
up, washed
Fuller.
up Devontae. Will Fuller can't stay healthy. The best availability is being available. He can't stay healthy. Devontae Parker is banged up, old, the injuries catching up with him. We just traded Jakeem Grant away. Albert Wilson can't get on the field. Jalen
I see
Waddle is
what
a
you said. You
rookie.
said we need a superstar.
It ain't
I 100%
necessarily a
agree.
superstar. It ain't necessarily a superstar. What we need, we need a better receiving core, bro. Our receiving core is to me
It's missing
is
one
below
wide receiver.
average. They
We're
below
missing one.
average, bro.
Think
Our
about it.
receiving core don't put no fear into no
You gotta think
defensive
about it,
back
bro. We just missing one
or
receiver.
hold up, bro. Let me talk. Go ahead, bro. You talk. Go ahead.
We just
Go ahead,
missing
bro.
one
Talk.
receiver. That's all I'm saying. You talking about like we gotta clear out the whole receiver room. If you
We do
bring
what,
in,
bro? They just went and got Isaiah Ford off the practice squad because we ain't
I
got
understand what
nothing.
you're saying.
Tua ain't got nothing to throw to, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you look at
No,
Justin
I
Herbert,
disagree.
look what Justin Herbert's throwing to. He's throwing to a first round pick in Mike Williams. He's throwing to a Pro Bowler in Keenan Allen.
Look what
Look at
Mac
Joe
Jones is
Buck,
throwing to. But continue. I digress.
Mac Jones. Woo,
Yeah,
what did you say? Mac
Mac Jones.
Jones.
The kid
What
who
Mac
just
Jones?
he just had a
What?
better game than Tom Brady. Mac Jones. Yeah, that Mac Jones.
Bro, stop it. You need to stop it.
Hold
Stop.
up,
He just
like,
had a better
hold up,
game than
hold up,
Tom
hold
Brady
up.
Stop
The
it.
statistically.
I can't, hold up.
Stop it.
I just gotta say this. The
They missed the
Patriots
field
legit.
goal. The Patriots would have won that
I'm
The
gonna just
game.
say
Patriots
this.
are 1-4, just like us.
The
Okay, what
The
Patriots would
receivers
have
they
been
Patriots
got?
way
had
better than us.
no
Okay, they
receivers
2 and
at
3.
all.
They almost lost to Houston the other night, brother. That's all I'm saying. To me, my personal opinion is we got to upgrade the receiving core. To me, my personal opinion. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
I
That's
think where Bill is coming from, look at the Bills 2 years ago. They had no
Stephon Diggs.
receiving core, and then they got Diggs, and they went to the AFC Championship. So I
So
get
we
what
Look at
need a
look at look
quarterback.
at look at Kyler Murray. We have a quarterback, bro. We
Look
got to
what Watson look what Watson was throwing to. Like Will Fuller was his number one receiver, bro.
bro.
And
You
he
steady
was
talking
the
about
third
Will
best.
Fuller. Will Fuller is injury prone, bro. He
Bro,
broke.
you're not understanding
You
what I'm
just
saying. I said, look at the receivers Watson was throwing to. He had Cooks and Fuller, bro. He had nothing, and he was the third best quarterback that year. Threw for like 40, 45 touchdowns and some crazy shit. What are
man.
you talking about, bro? You gotta
Right
make it make
now,
sense.
hold up. Right now they talking about Kyler Murray may be the MVP. You know why? Because of the weapons
Because
they game done went higher now. Like, I mean, bro, this guy, I mean, it looked good. We round here playing with Devontae Parker and Will Fuller, and look at our receiving core, man. They need to get rid of all that shit out of there, man. That's how I feel.
No way. No way.
bro, we can't. I mean,
Uh-uh.
at this point, we should just throw away the whole offense. Then if that's how you feel, bro.
Bro,
No
what is you
way.
talking about? What is you talking about, bro? I
Because
say
we
we
need
what?
a new line. We got to prioritize something.
I
We need a
say
new line. We need a
the
new
O line has
receiving
been.
core.
Hey, I gotta give credit where credit's due. The O line is playing a lot better.
Yeah, they are. They did do. I mean,
He say
nah.
he got something he got to put back there. Mm-hmm.
Well, the O line did better because it took them forever to finally realize that you shouldn't take a left tackle and put him at guard, and you shouldn't take a guard and put him at left tackle. You should just let them go and actually do their natural positions.
That's
Now,
the
what we need them to do
that's
is
how a
to.
lot of players become turned to a bust in the NFL. Unfortunately,
I understand learning a separate position in case you do have injuries, and that's fine. But this entire time, Eichenberg has been a left tackle, and that's where he shined. I don't understand why we're forcing other players to play positions that they're not naturally good.
Let me jump in. That's what Flores. That's what Flores does. If he know you can, if Flores say, "Yo, can you play? Can try to see if you can play his position," and he'll put you there. That's what he does. This time it backfired on him.
But you got to think the offensive line, just to be honest, look good because if you look at the Buccaneers defense, is built for the run, not really pass rushing. So I mean, they got two humongous dudes on the inside.
No,
I disagree. No, Devin White of LSU, he can rush the passer. Trust him.
But they was dropping him in coverage.
Why would they drop us in coverage? That means they at least respect our receivers a little bit. If they were dropping in coverage.
They was dropping him in coverage. I
mean,
but we still got.
They're worried about Gesicki killing them.
They not worried about Gesicki, man. Gesicki, man.
Yeah,
Gesicki. They're not worried about Gesicki because he's not being used properly. If Gesicki was being used properly, that man would average 150 yards a game at least, get at least 2 touchdowns each game, and guess what? Our offense will be moving. Another thing our offense needs to do as well is to stop the huddle, because clearly when we play hurry up offense is when we actually are most effective. And if you guys remember when Tua played, the best that he actually plays is when it's hurry up. So we need to do a hurry up offense for us to be able to actually win. And one thing, which I'll add to you guys, I don't know why people are saying that we can just go out and beat and blow out Jacksonville when Jacksonville's actually a pretty good team. They just haven't won, because we could easily be 0-5, or we could easily be 3-2. So at the end of the day, any given Sunday, we can't just take any opponent.
If you really think about it, Jacksonville's in the same situation we were in when Flores got there. New team, new head coach, rookie quarterback. They're basically in the same situation we were in.
Yeah, but Urban Meyer's not our head coach though.
Oh, dude, Urban Meyer. Oh, dude, I feel like Urban Meyer's not gonna be there long. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, so they not like us from last year. So they got Urban Meyer. We got Brian Flores. Urban Meyer, they not like us from last year.
I'm not saying they are, but they just in a type situation. They just in the situation where. But we did way better than them.
Well, I'm not saying we're gonna lose. We're definitely gonna win this game.
No,
I hope we win.
I'm gonna just say if I'm gonna say if because I'm sure we're gonna win. If we lose, then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
At the end of the day, this would be very tragic, and someone will get fired if we lose to the Jags, because you never want to be that one team that loses to the team that's 0-5. Like,
I can't believe we still depending on Devontae Parker. I can't believe that the organization is still believing in Devontae Parker.
No, forget Devontae. Devontae's fine. I don't understand.
I've been saying we should have got AB, bro.
How is Isaiah Ford still in this team again after like 18 times being cut and traded?
We should have never got rid of we should never get rid of Jarvis Landry.
Never. I don't know why they did that.
I'm a huge Jarvis Landry fan.
No,
I think he asked for a trade though.
No, think about it. When he left, who was the head coach? Adam Gates.
Yeah, but we can't really do much about that at the end of the day. And we all know that's one of the worst coaches we've ever had. I mean, it's just no point in rehashing that. But at the end of the day, looking forward for this team, what we really need to do is make sure that they actually stop wasting time and figure out this O-line. I feel like they figured out finally the left side. Now they need to make some adjustments in the right. Looks like we're going to have a rotating person in the center. Fine. As long as we can take both sides, I think we should be able to at least have a better offensive play for whoever is under center for us.
Yeah, the offensive line gonna need experience. They're gonna get better with experience. The more they play and the more they gel together, the more experience they get, the better they should get, because they're young, so they're very inexperienced.
That's a
You know,
fact.
they haven't played a lot of football. They don't know a lot of football plays. You know, they don't know the nuance of the game right now. So you got to
Right.
give them a little time to develop and hope and pray that they develop properly and we go forward. That's all I can say.
So we're giving. So from what you're saying is, it sounds like what we should give is all of this year and next year to both Greer and Flores, no matter what we end up being this year.
Well, I agree we should stick with Flores and
I agree.
Brian Greer. I mean, because they turned, to me, they turned the organization around. They turned the culture around. We just having a bump in the road right now, and I
Right.
believe it. I believe it comes from all of the Deshaun Watson talk, like over
Yeah.
like the off season leading into this season. And you know, a deal was in place for us to bring Deshaun Watson in until the allegations came forth, and then we stepped away from him. And I think that messing with the psyche of the whole organization, including the team. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and including the fans, because now everybody want the show.
You know,
Now that's
you got part of the
Only way
team,
the
part.
Watson talks will ever stop if Tua go just Tua balls out. Until that happens, you're gonna keep hearing Watson talk.
But you gotta
But
understand, I ain't gonna lie, we look a lot better with Tua playing than
Oh,
we do.
dude. Oh, I agree. I agree. So we need Tua over Jacoby. I agree.
We look a
oh,
lot
well,
better in a
yeah, it's
minute.
an absolute upgrade. But this is the thing. This is the way that I see it. I know I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who was talking. I think it was either TD or EM, but it makes sense for us to bring Watson in now, even if we have to bench him, because at the end of the day, we're not playing for the next 2 years. We're playing for the next 15. And if we can secure a top five quarterback in his prime within the
Let,
next for the next 10 years at least, we'll be
let
able
me
to go
ask.
ahead and have Tua learn under him, and let Tua talk to Tua. Be upfront with Tua. Tua, the team is yours right now. We want to develop you. We want you to be our future. Learn from Watson. Both of you guys learn our system. Both of you guys obviously develop Tua behind
Yeah, they
Watson.
wouldn't trade. They wouldn't trade Tua if they brought in Watson.
No, I wouldn't because if you think about it, let's say this entire year Tua plays out, he balls out, or even if he's average and we do average and we go back to 500 team, even if that were to happen, but you have an entire year where Watson's learning your system, learning the players, throwing some balls, getting to know the team. By the time this year comes and whatever suspension may come from him, you're gonna have the best quarterback because he's already gonna have time for your team, and you're also gonna have the best, literally the
Hey, thank you
best
for having me up.
backup quarterback ever in Tua Tagovailoa. And
Look,
if let's say at 3 years, Tua is still good enough,
Hey,
then
we
we're
hearing
gonna need to go ahead
feedback.
and let
Somebody
go of
got
You
Watson
get
feedback.
and
somebody
make it
got
happen.
Feedback. Real
yeah, that's
bad
the
feedback.
look. If you guys want to believe, look, did y'all
Hey,
not hear TD
Pete,
when
Pete,
he opened
Pete,
up?
you got feedback, Pete. Real bad.
No,
somebody
that's
got
T
their
Rich.
phone on
I
the
don't
car
think that's
microphone.
me. That's T Rich. Mute T Rich real quick.
P. Rich, we got
T
to
Rich,
mute you, brother.
because he in the car.
Here's the thing, because I heard Joe Lee and all y'all like, did y'all not hear TD when he was speaking earlier? The O line is looking good. Yes, it is. But
I
the O
just said
line
the O
is
line.
looking
I
good
said that.
because
I said the O
but
line
the
was
only
playing better.
reason the O line is looking good is because Jacoby Brissett is breaking tackles. He's
Nah, the
running
play
around
calling.
breaking tackles.
Now
It was some
He's
good play
getting rid of the
calling
ball.
too.
If you get Tua under that same old line yesterday, guys, I promise you, okay, Tua gets sacked 6, 7 times. He's not
okay.
breaking
Nah,
tackles.
nah, I
So
But
disagree.
look,
I
man, it
stop
doesn't
disagree.
that.
even
I'm
disagree
gonna
I
with
tell you guys
disagree.
again. This
I
team, if
disagree.
okay.
we don't get Watson, y'all can disagree.
I
It's on
disagree. I
film.
disagree.
So y'all
I
think Tua
disagree.
breaking those
We not
tackles?
saying
Y'all
not
think
to
Tua
get
and
Watson.
getting
We
rid of the
want
ball?
Watson.
No, I don't think he. I don't. I'm not saying he break tackles, but I don't think
No,
he
this
get
is not
sacked
about
six or
Watson.
seven
This is
times.
actually about my Dolphins with what we have now. I truly think we should continue moving forward with Jacoby because he's better for us.
All right,
Point
brother.
blank, period.
No,
Get
I
out of your
no,
I heard
feelings.
enough.
no, no.
Nah,
I'm
I
not
Pete,
in
can't
my
nah.
believe
feelings.
the
I'm not a
blasphemies that
Tua
just came
fan.
out your
I'm a
mouth.
Miami Dolphins fan, but I don't
I
believe that
agree.
Jacoby Brissett is better than
Yeah,
Tua Tagovailoa. No, no, no.
nah,
You
You're
The
can
brother.
look
out of
at
your
it.
mind.
Pete,
So I'm gonna say
the
this
blasphemy
again,
that's
and I'm gonna
coming
repeat.
out your mouth is ridiculous.
This is what I'm gonna say.
The game,
You guys are praising this offensive line. You got
listen, nobody's
look. You
praising the
guys are
offensive
I said
praising
the
line.
this
offensive line
offensive
is
line,
trash.
but yet
I
Nobody
said they're
praising the
trash.
Stop
offensive
trying
y'all
to put
line.
just
words in our mouth.
I
Listen,
said they're
Jacoby
trash.
no. There
Brissett
was
has
a whole
not
bunch of
won
praise
one
on this
game
offensive
yet.
line talk going up over here, and then you
Look,
guys said with this offensive
they're
line
improving.
figured out
See,
now, Tua's
they're
better, right?
improving. That's all
So
you
y'all
want.
think
That's what
Tua
you
will be
want to
better,
see.
and I'm just trying to tell y'all. I mean, I would want to see improvement too, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself and this dog Jacoby when Jacoby in back-to-back games puts up over 100 QBR rating. Jacoby does not have an
What are
interception.
you talking
If
about, man?
Jalen
The man
Waddle,
had 200 yards on 50.
If
He had
Jalen Waddle
200
doesn't drop
yards
that
on
and throws
50
an interception,
dropbacks, bro. 200 yards
okay?
on
So
50.
I'm just saying.
I could get back
He
there
doesn't.
and get
He
200 yards on
avoids
50
like
dropbacks,
7
man.
sacks yesterday because he's breaking tackles. You guys are praising the offensive line and not giving enough credit to Jacoby, but yet y'all can sit up here and say Tua is gonna. Oh, you know what? Y'all can believe what y'all
Hold
want to
up.
believe.
Hold
Y'all
Right.
up.
can believe
Man,
that we don't
hold
have
up. Wait a
receivers if y'all
minute.
want to believe. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Devontae Parker in Green Bay will be MVP. All type of receivers that we have. Preston Williams, he's a beast. Okay, that man would have been a first-round draft pick if it wasn't for off-field
Okay,
allegations.
you
So
said everything I already said. I already said
This
all that.
same stuff
I
we stand
don't
on it,
understand
bro.
the
You
hate on the
said Preston
receivers
Williams
now.
is
They
a
get
beast.
injured. They get injured.
Where?
Yes. In
But
my
listen,
opinion, Preston Williams is actually the best
have,
receiver on our roster.
and that's a shame. That's a goddamn shame. That Preston Williams is the
Wow.
best receiver on our roster.
You just got to
He's
take away
mediocre at
draft
best,
stock and look at the
He not
bro.
player.
even better than Devontae Parker, bro.
Preston Williams
Devontae
is
Parker is
better than
mediocre.
Parker. He's just been
Devontae
injured.
Parker is mediocre. Preston Williams is mediocre. All that stuff is mediocre. The best receiver we
Devontae
got is
Parker
Jalen
and
Waddle.
Preston Williams should literally
Listen,
be our number 1 and 2
and I
receivers,
can't,
right? And I've said
I
this and
can't
said this
believe
again.
people. I can't believe people was out
And
here
I'm
saying that Jamar
listen,
Chase was a bust.
listen,
People was out here
listen.
saying Jamar Chase is a
Oh
bust.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
Oh
believe
yeah.
that.
We
I
know
can't
who
believe
that
that.
was reason. That was reason
I
so he
can't
could be I
believe
told
people.
you so on
I
Waddle.
can't.
That was reason spewing that so he could say I told you so on Waddle. But I've been
I can't
told y'all
believe that,
Waddle ain't
bro.
it.
Pete,
Listen,
I told
hold on.
EM that. I told
hold on,
EM
Pete.
that. EM said the same thing.
Listen, I
EM
just
talking
want to
about
Hold
say
on,
this about
Pete.
our
EM.
receivers.
Hold up.
I just want to
EM
say
said
this.
the same thing that Jamar Chase was a bust. That's what EM said
Hold
too.
on, Pete.
Oh,
Wait a
Ian
minute.
probably was riding the Reason Jock train at that time. He flipped off of Reason, so
Oh, he
he's good with
flipped.
me.
Oh, so he
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
Reason
he's
on,
not
now.
on
Pete.
So
that.
you
Listen, but
saying
hold on,
so
but
you
hold on,
saying
hold on.
Jalen Waddle ain't it? That what you said?
No, hell
So
no. That's the
hold
best
on,
thing
Jalen
we
Waddle
got.
No,
ain't
no,
it?
he
The
just said
best thing.
Jalen Waddle ain't it. Let me talk, bro, because you talking a lot.
No,
Hold
bro.
on.
I
Let me
said
talk,
Jalen
man.
Waddle is the best receiver
No,
we
not
have.
you, not you. You ain't say that.
No,
Oh.
I'm
What
telling
you
you,
saying?
yes, me,
But yeah, let
me,
me talk though. Let
Pete.
me talk before. Let
I'm
me
the one
talk.
telling. Jalen Waddle was
He has the most catches, more catches than any rookie in history since like 1973 or some crazy shit like that in the NFL. Period. So how is he trash? I'm just a little confused on that, my brother.
How's who trash?
Yo,
Listen,
Jolie,
look,
let Jolie go ahead.
thank you guys. I mean, I'm gonna go into the comment section. I have Donald and Irene Young, and they actually made a good point, and I agree with them. It's more of another issue that we are having as well with the offensive line is our offense is running away from the running. We stopped running the ball. How do we have only 9 plays running in like 3 quarters? If we were to
Nobody can
actually
run the ball against the
run,
Bucks.
look at
Period.
Miles Gaskin did so great, and yet he ended up doing 10 catches and only a few runs. If
We could not
we
run
could
against them.
actually do more runs,
We would
that's
not be able
something
to.
that we'd be able to go ahead and actually give a chance for our quarterback to throw better. But
We
Oh,
could.
God,
unfortunately, now,
guys, let me just address something real quick. The guys, I know y'all trying to come in, but T's not back yet, so guys gotta wait. Guys, go ahead, go finish.
but what I was saying is that we need to not abandon our run. And that's another issue that we have. And I know it goes to offensive line play, but right now, look at what happened yesterday. I still think they took way too long by doing it week 5. But if we were to actually continue our run, we would have actually had more opportunities for Brissett to actually throw those deeper passes. But I don't know
Nah, we
why
could
they
not run
did that,
against
and
them.
they ended up. I know this is a top 3 when it comes to running defensive line. I'm not negating
It's
that.
not that. We tried running. Did you see what happened? We tried multiple times, and they kept getting for a loss.
Yeah, but the thing
And
is,
Miles Gaskin was getting destroyed. I'm talking about he was getting hit hard, so you couldn't just keep running him and taking all
but
that punishment.
I look.
Jerome
I don't know
Baker
if you
got
guys watched the
exposed
last
yesterday.
night's
He's
game.
terrible
Did you
in
see last
coverage.
night's game
Exposed.
against? Hold up, look.
Jerome Baker is terrible in coverage, bro.
Horrible.
I don't know why they
Garbage.
paid him. Oh my
He's
god,
slow. He don't never
bro.
make no man. But I've been watching him. He been here since he was a rookie. I haven't seen him make not one explosive
I don't
tackle.
know why they paid this
I
guy,
ain't
bro. I
never
really.
seen him hit nobody. Like he always tackling around the ankles. That shit be throwing me.
Well,
He don't
at the
make
end of
no
the
hit.
day, regardless,
Nobody does form tackling anymore. Everybody wants to do shoulder tackle. Nobody wants to even wrap up
He don't
anymore.
even shoulder tackle. He don't. He just be grabbing ankles. He don't.
Exactly. It's like it's a It's a problem. It's not.
but who's
Also,
that on? That's
it's a
not even on
problem
the
in
player.
general.
That's on the
We need
coaches.
something like Devin White in that middle, destroying.
No, that's on
A
the coaches,
predator. We
guys.
need a predator in there, bro. We need somebody that's
That's on
gonna
the
take
training.
advantage.
If
For
you're not
real,
looking
bro.
after your players, you can have high
Darius
schoolers do
Leonard.
better tackles than that. But guess what?
One thing about John Gruden, everybody on his defense gonna hit you. Period.
They,
He don't care what happened in your past when he went and got Montez Burfict. That's another thing that's wrong with the Miami Dolphins. We be taking all that bull stuff, that character bull stuff too much, bro. We should have went and got Antonio Brown. We had there. We need to start picking these dudes up.
There's no
Everybody
point in
else
us
doing
getting.
character, character this and character that, bro. These are football players on the field trying to kill each other. We talking about character. I don't want to hear nothing about no character, man. We need to go get some people that's violent. We need to go get some criminals.
But this is my thing. There's no point in us getting another wide receiver if we can't even get the ball out. So what we need to focus on is
Um,
our O line. We
no, I'm
I
tired of
feel
it
like
for
we
real.
finally
We
figured
got.
out the left side, but
It's not the
if
O
we don't,
line. We don't got no swagger. Everybody that come on the interviews, they talking so proud. You don't hear no country and none of them. Yeah, yeah, it was, yeah, we can do better next time. Bro, I'm tired of that. We don't got no swagger. We don't got none of that on our team. We got a bunch of cornerbacks at safety. We ain't got I don't know, man. I'm tired. We could have, and you know what's crazy? We could have got Winfield over Noah Gunagin. And we missed completely on Winfield. I'm tired of it.
well, look, hindsight is always 2020. At the
No,
end of the day,
hindsight's
though,
not
it
2020.
doesn't
We just
matter.
keep
We don't
making
have those
excuses
players.
for the Dolphins. I'm done making excuses, and it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. People in my neighborhood. I'm living in Florida right now, South Florida. People in my neighborhood. I be like, yo, I'm a Dolphins fan. They be people that live near me who grew up in Florida. They be Patriots fans and Steelers fans. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan. They laugh at me. It's not even. To be honest, I'm staying strong, but it just it's not a good feeling. It's not a good
yeah,
feeling.
they laugh at me too. They laugh at me
We
too. I tell them a Dolphins fan.
we
They
was
laugh
getting
at
all hyped before the season. We gonna win every game. We gonna win every game. And I actually believed that we was gonna win every game.
Yo, bro, I'm from New Orleans and I'm a Dolphin fan.
Man,
Oh, you was brought back to reality, huh?
reality. I'm thinking we have a Super Bowl team, all this and that.
Well, you know what,
Man,
Huncho? Okay, then question for you then. Let me put you as GM now. What would you do? And you cannot fire anybody. This is the stipulation. You can't fire anybody. What would you do with the team right now? How would you organize the team to make them more effective
I trade
without
the house
paying
for
anybody?
Watson. I'm trading the house for Watson.
You
And if
trading
you
who?
fire, and if it goes left and you fire me after that, then I was gonna get fired anyway because it was gonna go left regardless. It was gonna go left, man. I'm telling you. You got to realize I done seen this already with Tannehill. I done seen it before, plenty times. This is not. It's a rerun. This is just a rerun of what I already seen a million times.
I know, it's deja vu.
We need to go get somebody who explodes. We need to take chances. That's why why you think the owner's like, man, I'm tired of this. You know what? I just watched the interview with Stephen Ross the other day, right? He said when you do the same thing over and over and you expect different results, that classifies as insanity. And I thought about that, and I said, yeah, he's right. So that's why I'm trying to make that move and get Watson, because it's something different. We've been doing this same thing. Oh, bring in a new coach, get him some draft picks. Oh, we're gonna go to the playoffs, guys. And then it goes left, and then we blame the coach. And the coach goes somewhere else and has success. And then we blame the quarterback. Then the quarterback goes somewhere else and has success. Then we blame the wide receiver. Then the wide receiver goes somewhere else and be a Super Bowl wide receiver, Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame wide receiver.
We are the best developing team. I've always said that we're the best developing team in the entire NFL.
We've been developing for years.
That's a
You're right. We're the
shame.
best developing team.
That
We've been
is a
developing for
shame.
years. I'm done.
Well,
We've been developing since the 70s. I'm tired of developing.
I just want us to win a dog on top before I die.
The hell, bro? I'm tired of it, bro. He right. And then, like, bro, I be tired of it. The other day, I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, bro, all our wide receivers always hurt. Why don't we just cut these dudes, bro? What are we doing with Albert Wilson? Why do we let go of Malcolm Perry and keep Albert Wilson? What is he doing? He looks fat. He doesn't run his routes right, bro.
Well,
let it out.
Look, guys. The Dolphins season is over with, but it's a chance that this season could still be a success. And that is if Tua balls out. If you have your franchise quarterback by the end of the season, who cares if you make the playoffs or not? So I think we need to really bank on Tua being successful.
But see, Reach, we haven't been caring, I guess, for the last 25 years now.
I'm out.
Look,
I'm like Belichick right now. I don't got no time for no rookies, man.
Look,
I understand
trading for Watson.
Quarterback, Tua's going to be great. Like, I would never in my life be able to make throws that Tua has made in his life. I understand that. I understand that he's in the top 100%. I'm talking about this is below 1%. He's like 0.1% of the best athletes in the world to play that specific position at quarterback. I understand that. There's not a lot of people that live on this earth that breathe air that can do what 32 guys that's in the NFL starting at quarterback can do. It's only 32 out of them, out of a population of about 40 billion people, right? I understand that. But we need somebody with swagger. We need a Watson. We need a Brady. We need something like that. We don't got time for no rookie, man. They just
this what happens if you trade for Watson. This team has a lot of flaws, and now we're able to see that this team has a lot of flaws since Tua got hurt. Now he's not the scapegoat. This team has a lot of issues on both offense and defense. Now you trade for Watson and you take a $40 million cap hit. Now your team gets worse. Now you're just the Texans all over again. No running game, no offensive line, no defense.
No,
you're just plugging Watson in there.
With Watson, with all the rookies we got, we don't need any cap.
Hey,
They'll
I told
develop.
y'all,
They'll get better.
Wait a minute, T-Rex. You're telling me there's no, sorry, real quick. There's no way that his contract wouldn't be restructured? Are you
if it's restructured, hold on, Jolie. If it's restructured, he will be paid even more. He will ask for more money. He's not going to take a pay cut. That's what happened when players get traded. Hold on real quick. When players get traded, star players get traded to new locations, they ask for more money. D-Hop got more money when he got traded to Arizona.
Yes, but you don't think it's going to be restructured in a way that would still allow us to open it up in case we do need a couple pieces here and there?
We don't need
how much, though? You need a lot of pieces.
Look what he did with 0 pieces. We don't need no pieces. Our offense is done. If all we need is him, the offense is complete. We just got to focus on getting 1 or 2 pieces on defense. That's it.
That's not true. The defense is bad.
The defense is bad. Your eyes, man. I'm telling you. You thinking about the average NFL quarterback. Watson is from the hood, bro. You got to understand that. He plays backyard football. Watch his highlights.
He went 4-12. He went 4-12.
Oh, no.
It don't matter. He won those 4 games completely by himself. Exactly.
All we need put that on the quarterback.
All we need is a quarterback that can guarantee us 4 extra wins on top of what we already can do. On top of the 7-8 games that we can win, we need a quarterback that can bring us 4 more, and that's him. Exactly.
Okay, like I said, this team will get worse. The defense is already declining. And me and TD had this conversation in the past on the stream. The defense wasn't that great last year. When you look at all the top QBs that the Dolphins played last year, they gave up high 20s and 30 points. They're just a turnover team. They're a bend not break team. They don't control the time of possession because they can't stop the run. This team isn't a complete team. This team isn't a win now team. This team is a developing team.
If the defense is playing 40 minutes a game, of course they're going to be tired.
But that's not the offense fault. That's not the offense fault. This
what do you mean that's not the offense
40,
fault? If the offense
I'll tell you.
Drive, no. If the offense cannot extend the drive and actually kill the clock and really give them a rest, these guys are literally going to the sideline. They can barely get a cup of Gatorade.
It's not even just that. If the offense was just, even if the time of possession was messed up, if they scored a high amount of points, then the defense wouldn't have to worry about holding the team to under 21 points. If the Dolphins could score, if they could average 21 points a game, then we can actually play and let the defense give up a touchdown.
Can I offer a rebuttal? Go ahead. This team cannot stop the run. That's why the defense is on the field. They give up 100 to every running back. They make every running back look like a Pro Bowl running back. Can anyone count the number of drives that Miami offense got in the second half of the Patriots game?
We stuck on third down too, worse than the NFL.
Wait. Can anyone name the number of drives that Miami offense got in the second half of the Patriots game in week 1? It was 3. They got 3 total drives. One of the drives they scored a touchdown.
Well, we made them count. We made them count.
It's because they couldn't get off the field. It was because they couldn't stop the run.
We made them count though.
What does that mean?
We won the game.
Yeah, you won the game, but there was flaws in that game. Defensive flaws in that game.
There's flaws in every game.
I have a question. For all three of you guys. You guys are talking about our defense, but do you guys, in terms of the defense, do you think the reason why we have trouble stopping the run is because we don't have a traditional middle linebacker like most teams have?
Yeah, because we don't run. Our team is the type of team that go ahead, run the ball. We'll let you run the ball all game. Cool. We don't run the 4-3. We run a 3-4. It's our defense is built for when you pass the ball. And the NFL is built around the pass. So we built it around the pass. And if
this is the thing.
You cannot win a game strictly running the ball. Period.
But this is the thing, though. It makes it harder to defend the pass when you can't stop the run. That's why quarterbacks who don't have a run game, it makes it harder for the quarterback. So it's making it hard for Brian Jones, and it's making it hard for Xavier Howard.
And you making my point. You making my point when I was just saying that we need some demons on defense. We keep putting cornerbacks at safety. We don't got nobody who's gonna come lay that wood. If you look at the Bucs defense, both of their safeties are known for big collisions. Look at the Raiders defense. Their whole defense is known for big collisions. We don't have that. We don't got those big collision dudes who gonna make people not want to run the ball. That's a part of
all y'all need to do is go get Watson.
Is to hit the running back so hard that he can't physically run the ball how he's running it. That's a part of running the ball. When you just bouncing off tackles and you got cornerbacks playing safety, coming and hitting you in your legs. Yeah, it may look good. You may do a backflip, but that hit did not hurt. You're not putting the body on this man.
Look, I don't know about all that. I don't care about that. I care about schemes and stuff. And this team isn't balanced. They overspent them cornerbacks. Like, I would rather have a strong
you talk about scheme, but you could build whatever scheme you want to. This is football. This game is basically like war. If you don't got dudes who willing to commit murder,
2021.
What you mean is 2021?
Every defense get Watson and pass the ball.
You can't even hit a player hard without getting a penalty.
Yes, you can hit a player hard without getting a penalty.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of teams do it. We don't do it. Man, obviously you're not watching the other NFL football games because did you watch our game? Did you see how hard we was getting hit by the Bucs? You did not see that? Was our defense?
But that doesn't listen. stopping the run isn't about hitting the running back
Yes,
hard.
it
It's
is,
about
bro. When
filling
you knock,
gaps.
when you
Y'all
knock the
shouldn't
light
y'all
out of
shouldn't have got
somebody,
rid of
everyone,
Bernard
you never
McKinney.
gonna say. Okay, you right. You just gonna run the ball. You right. Everybody's just gonna. If you get hit hard, you're just gonna run the same. Nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna be running the same speed all game. You're right, 100%.
Yeah, it's not
And
about
you
hitting.
guys
Stopping
think
the run is about
the
hitting
two
someone
safeties
hard.
that we drafted
Y'all
this
Okay,
year?
y'all
brother.
shouldn't have got rid of Bernard McKinney.
This dude said stopping a run isn't about hitting somebody hard. Obviously, you've never played football, bro. Yeah,
They're
stopping a run
professional
is about
athletes.
hitting somebody hard. When the running back's just going and laying punishment and running over all your DBs, and he feel like he could just run over Jerome Baker too, then it's not. Who stops the run the best on our team? Landon Roberts. How hard does he hit? Really hard. Who has the most highlight hits on our team? Landon Roberts. Am I lying?
What's
I
your
think it's the
opinion
front
on
four.
what's
No,
your
it's
opinion on
Landon
Raekwon? Wait,
Roberts. He lays wood.
I have a question. What is your opinion on Raekwon Davis? You don't think he's a run stuffer, defensive tackle?
Maybe, yeah.
He's both. He's balanced.
Listen, as an Alabama fan, I am not a fan of Raekwon Davis. He's not that great to me, but I know Dolphins, you guys love him. So, I mean, it's just a wait and see for me to see what Raekwon Davis' career ends up to be.
Okay. Oh, since you're an Alabama fan, what's your opinion on Henry To'oTo'o? The
linebacker? The linebacker?
Yeah, the linebacker.
I mean, he's solid. I mean, I haven't seen enough of him. It's still early in the season, but
He's not gonna do none of that in the NFL.
yeah, I mean, he's small. I don't know
He's
how good of
small. He's a small dude. I done seen him come and go just like him. I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
know what the beasts look like. The beasts are the ones you look on their highlight tape and they smacking. What's the one dude's name that they drafted from Mizzou? I forget his name that we had the chance to get in the draft this year. I forget his name, but he's doing really good on whatever team he's playing for.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Oh my God, I can't remember his name.
He got dreads.
Yeah, but it's funny you should say that, but he's smaller. He's a small guy too.
But if you look at his highlight tape, he's laying that wood.
Yeah, he's hitting, but with a guy that small, do you really trust him to stay healthy his whole career playing that physical?
This NFL stands for not for long, baby. We try to win now. You got to put your body on the line now. We want you to put your body on the line now while you're playing with us now. Because as you notice, we paid Kyle Van Noy all that money and then we cut him. So it's just a rotational thing. When you come to play for our team, we want you to put your body on the line. Period. That's just how it's supposed to be. And I just don't see enough of it.
Do you
see Landon Roberts doing it.
Trying to see with our coaching staff, you guys are complaining at schemes. Do you think they're trying to too much to be like the Patriots, that it's hurting our development?
No, your team is good. Y'all just need a QB. Tua's not the answer, and Jacoby Brissett is not the answer. Jacoby Brissett is just making it look good for right now. When Tua come back, it's not going to look good. It's going to look worse, and I'm sorry to tell y'all that.
All right.
What's going to happen is you're going to get Watson, and Tua's just going to be a backup QB.
No, because they're the same age. They're the same age. He's not.
Watson's about to be 26.
The
Bro,
Dolphins
how old
is not.
is Tua?
The Dolphins is not.
Tua's like 23.
He's
the Dolphins
23 turning 24.
Yeah.
Exactly. 2 years older than him. They're the same age. He's not going to want to sit behind him his whole career. He's going to want to get
you guys aren't going to have $46 million worth of cap hits attributed to the quarterback.
Guys, at the end of the day, we need Pat White. That's what we need. We need Pat White on the Dolphins right now, so that we. I'm just kidding.
Guys. Listen, guys.
If y'all go get Watson, that's going to save y'all season. It's if he's going to play. He's going to be able to play.
Bring up the cap space. Look. I'm going to use a perfect example of a team who has so much money invested in the quarterback that hasn't done anything. Green Bay. They've only won one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers.
Because they drafted a quarterback instead of taking a wide receiver. They could have took Chase Claypool.
You said
Henry Ruggs. Not Henry Ruggs. They could
no match quarterback has won a Super Bowl in the past 20 years. I think.
What did he say? I don't understand what you just said.
No
Me?
match quarterback has won a Super Bowl in the past
No,
20
what
years,
did he
maybe
say about
more.
Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay?
He said he hasn't
Bro,
won a Super Bowl. That's what he said. Same with
Okay.
Russell
No,
Wilson.
he's
I mean, you
only
can
It's
name
won
off
not all
more.
about winning the Super
since
Bowl.
he
At
signed
least
that
his fan
max
base,
contract.
at least they almost made it to the Super Bowl last year. At
bro, if
least
they
his
would have
fan
had
base,
another receiver, they would have went.
gets to hold his head high, like, yeah, we almost made it to the Super Bowl. At least his fan base gets to be proud about his team going to the Super Bowl or getting close to the Super Bowl. We don't.
No,
Almost
We
done.
don't.
Listen,
I,
Well,
no,
that's
listen.
I
the thing
actually
I don't
disagree.
understand about when people
The
say,
fan
"Oh,
base
well,
in
this
Green
quarterback
Bay
didn't
are
win a
actually
Super
already
Bowl."
turning on Aaron. They're saying
At least he had a
they're
great
fighting
One at
career
a
him.
time.
with the
One at a
fans.
time.
At least he had a great career where the fans could enjoy him. I mean, we don't have none of that.
That's
What do
what
we
I'm
Listen.
saying.
got?
Y'all need to go get
Mhm.
Watson. Y'all need to just use their draft capital because y'all can't pick first round picks anyway. Just use that and go. And then y'all act like y'all giving
Football,
up y'all act like y'all giving up draft picks for the next 5 years. Y'all got
yeah.
3 first rounds. That's only 2 years, and then
And
you
then you
got
got to
more
understand,
picks.
football is not all about winning the Super Bowl. We just don't make. I just don't be happy with my team. Like, we don't send nobody to the Pro Bowl. Like, we're never included. When you look at the NFL page on Instagram, they might post us
With
once.
the wide receivers
Come
y'all
on,
got,
bro.
y'all
We
gonna go
have
to the
two
We
Super
just
Bowl
not
All-Pros,
without
that
us.
guys.
team. We just not the team. You still talking about winning. I understand we want to win, and I understand I just want Watson to be a part of the team.
Bro, if y'all
Period.
get Watson,
Well,
y'all
listen.
gonna go to the Super Bowl. I'm trying to tell y'all. The
Listen. Tua
quarterback
is
play that
special.
y'all got right now is making y'all receivers look bad. Y'all receivers is not bad. It's times when they wide open and y'all quarterback, whether it's Tua or Jacoby, do not hit hit the open wide
Okay.
They
receiver.
hesitate.
Okay. That's
That
false.
is what you're saying. They're
That's false.
hesitating.
Listen, Tua is special, and Tua is the guy. Like, the Dolphins just need to support him. He might even be
No.
better than Deshaun
No, T
Watson one day.
Rich. No, 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 no,
When
no.
Tua
I'm not
comes
saying
back
two.
and it's horrible, then
Can I say
we can
this?
come
Can I
back
say
and have
this?
that.
Can I
Go
say
ahead.
this? Look at
Go
Tua
ahead.
rookie year. Look at Tua's rookie year and compare it to the 5 rookies that's currently in the league.
Because y'all had a good
He's so
defense. He got
far
brought
advanced.
along because y'all had a
You
good
know, you know, you
No,
know.
defense.
The
look at
only
his
thing you need
numbers.
to
You can look
hear.
at his numbers. Look at his numbers.
Only thing you need to
Yeah.
hear is
Bro,
the year before. The year
every
before.
rookie QB looks better than him.
None
Regardless,
of the rookie QBs
Burrow
look
looks
better than
better than him.
Tua. I'm talking about the
Burrow is
rookies
No,
playing
from this
lights
year.
out.
I'm talking about
He's
the
not a
rookies.
rookie.
rookie
Why are you
record
talking
looks
about rookies
better,
this year?
but
He's
his
not a
stats.
rookie. Tua is a second-year player. All the people that was in his draft class look way better than him. Herbert, Burrow.
No, but listen, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. I said compare Tua's rookie numbers and his rookie performance to the rookies of this year. And his rookie year is far more advanced than all of the rookies that are
He
currently in the
got
NFL.
carried. He got carried
it's
by a
not
good
just about
defense.
Tua.
He got
It's the
carried
whole
by a good
team.
defense.
It's
No,
not
he
just
did not.
about
He threw
Tua. It's the whole
300. He threw
team.
300 yards against Cincinnati. He
It's
threw
the
compare
300
whole
yards against
compare
Kansas
goddamn
Tua's
City. He
team.
had a hell of a game against
no
Arizona. He
compare Tua's rookie
he
year to
outplayed
Deshaun
Justin
Watson's
Herbert.
rookie year.
We need to get Watson, and then we need to trade everybody
Compare
else and get
Tua's
other
rookie
people.
year to Watson's rookie year,
But I'm not
and
We need
then
to
comparing.
get
come talk to me,
we
cause
need
I'm
to
a
get like
Watsonaire.
that's what I'm saying. We need to get Watson, and then we need to just trade everything else.
No.
Everything. If
Okay,
you ain't
guys. Wait,
if
wait,
you
because
ain't
you guys are
if you want to
talking.
be injured, if you want to be on injured reserve, and you want to do all this injured junk, cut him, cut it, cut all that, man. Cause bro, you gotta think about it. You know what was so embarrassing?
All right, I'm out.
2019,
This guy's crazy. I'm out.
2019, we had 0 Pro Bowlers on the team. 0, not
He's
one.
why he leave? Cause he wasn't making no sense.
Because he
Cause he
wasn't
think
making
Tua
no
the
sense.
saver.
He talking about skill.
He think Tua
He said that
he
it
think
don't
Tua's
matter.
gonna save the
This
day.
guy came out his mouth. He came out his mouth. He said it don't matter if you hit hard when you play football. You've never
No,
played football in your life.
because
Because
if I'm
at the
running
end
the
of the
ball
day,
and I get
everybody is a
smacked,
human being.
I'm gonna tell the coach sit me on the sideline because they hitting the crap out of me.
Come on, bro. At the end of the day,
Guys,
these running backs are human beings. When you tackling them around the ankles, of course they're going to want to keep running the ball. When you hit them in their mouth and they see stars, then they don't want to run the ball as much.
Exactly. That's why I said y'all should have
That's just
instead
point
of
blank,
Landon
period.
Roberts, y'all should have had Benardrick McKinney. If y'all watch
This
Benardrick
guy said
McKinney
that.
highlights when he played for the Texans, he was smacking people. And the only reason I know that is because I'm a Watsonaire.
Dudes like that,
listen, Watson
you got to
here.
understand. Dudes like
Look,
dude that was just on here, he the type of people that the reason why we put corners at safety. That's the reason. Because he don't understand. He's the type of person that's all into all that pro football focus,
y'all defense is not bad.
analytics.
Your defense is not bad. Your offense just can't pick together no points.
Brother, the defense is trash, my brother. The defense is trash.
Honcho, the defense is not trash. They're just
The
tired.
defense is
That's
trash.
it.
We should have traded
tired,
X when we had the chance.
If you playing your heart out every game and you know that your offense is not going to put up no points and get hit, you going to
we
think that
should
you're
have
playing for
traded
nothing.
X when we had the chance.
No, I mean, well, y'all should have traded him in the draft.
We got scammed. X scammed us. Let me tell you how X scammed us. Let me tell you how. This is a passing league. I realized that when Trevon Diggs or whatever his name is just caught five interceptions in 4 games. This is a passing league. When you get 10 interceptions, that don't mean that you the best, bro. That just doesn't mean he's slow. He can't guard double moves. He can't guard the deep route. I don't know why we paid him all that money.
Bro, y'all didn't pay no money.
Wait, can you say the same thing about Byron? Wait, Byron's even worse.
I mean, but it's the NFL. Corners are going to get beat.
My brother.
Corners are going to get beat. What your offense need to do is put up points, so your defense don't gotta feel like they need to make every play.
Exactly, because the problem
got Winfield Jr.
Hold on, Honcho. The problem is, and I understand where Gigi's coming from. The problem is that right now, our defense is deflated because our offense can't put up points. If our offense was putting up 35 points a game, then they would have to respect our offense. And that way we'll be able to go ahead and have that balance where our offense can stay and kill the clock for 6-minute drives versus having a 32-second drive and coming out and not letting the defense actually take a breather.
Yeah, because you're going to feel like
that if we have Watson under center and we actually figure out this offensive line, I think the left side is done. The right side is what we need to work on and focus on now. Once we do that and we bring in Watson, then they'll be able to go ahead and put up those points that we need so that our defense could have a little more rest once the offense is still in the clock.
If you get Watson, you don't need that offensive line. Trust me.
But even
you're not going to need
even so, you still need a good quarterback and a good O-line, because at the end of the day, the good teams are the ones that can still score on every drive, just like Tampa Bay did. But guess what? They also took 6-minute chunks. So they knew that they didn't have to worry about their defense, and their defense were fresh.
Yeah,
because
but
at the
what
end
I'm
of the day,
saying is
they were able to extend plays. They were able to
Watson would make the offensive line better, though, because he'd be calling protection.
It's ways you can use. Like, you don't need an offensive line. It's plays that you can call that can supplicate for you not having an offensive line.
Yo, bro, I don't know. You need an O-line. You need an O-line. I don't care who you are.
Listen,
you need an O-line.
You need quick screens. You need wide receiver sweeps. Go ahead.
Who got a question for me?
You need a line, but the thing is, the quarterback's gonna make the line better anyway.
Wait a minute, Honcho. Somebody had a question for me, but I can't hear him. Who was that?
It's Tony. It's Tony.
Hey, Tony, what's up?
Oh, do you think having these almost four offensive coordinators is hurting the consistency of the offense? Like, too many cooks in the kitchen, having three guys call the offense instead of having one person doing everything.
Honcho, can you mute yourself? I can't hear Tony real quick. Thank you.
Okay.
I think you said 4 offensive coordinators is what you said. Do you think if that works? Well, personally,
we have 3 offensive coordinators. We have Gotzi, we have Stootsville, and we have Charlie Fry. Do you think having 3 guys calling the offense is hurting the consistency and the quarterback's consistency because they don't know who to listen to?
Well, personally, with that question, I personally think that right now we have way too many people speaking in that man's head right now what we need is we don't have direction. That's what it seems like. To me, it seems like we don't know what we're doing, so we're gonna try everything all at the same time, and it's not working. What we need to do is have a specific person to go ahead and deliver the message of what we need. I'm not saying we can't have someone up top to take a look at what's going on and what's the defense giving us, but at the end of the day, we have way too many offensive people talking to Tua. I understand that Flores is a defensive guy, but he overdid it when it comes to coordinators. Tua is way too much, and you can't even add 2 plus play caller. It's too much.
We made a mistake not getting a real OC. We made a mistake.
Hold on, Ashton, real quick. It's not giving Tua or even Brissett. It's not giving them continuity. That's what we need. We've already had an offensive coordinator for the last 6 years, one every single new year. What we need is continuity, and having that many people doing our offense is not going to work.
Charlie Fry's the only one that calls the offense.
I'm wondering, do you guys think do you think Flores, being a defensive guy, doesn't have the connections on the offensive side to get like an actual OC, because he's more of like you said, he's more of a defensive coach. So do you think that's hindering him hiring a top level offensive coordinator, because he doesn't have the connections like he would have if he was trying to find a good defensive coordinator?
Not really, because that's Greer. Greer's the one making those decisions, not really the coach. And at the end of the day, even with that, it was, I'm sure of it, the person that should have been hired for OC is the person, whoever did the Arizona game, in my opinion. I forgot who it was. That person who called that game is the one that understood Tua's abilities, understood what we have as a team, and how can we maximize what we have.
That was Gotti. That called the plays.
They called a good game against the Buccaneers too. That was Charlie Fry calls our plays. He's the offensive coordinator. Brian Flores had came out and said he's calling the plays.
Well, at the end of the day, whoever calls the plays needs to understand 2 things. One is what we have, and 2, how can we maximize it? We don't need a number 10 quarterback, but we also can't use a number 2 level quarterback. But with this offense, if we were to bring in, let's say, Watson, because that's what we're all looking into, now we need to understand what do we have and how can we maximize it. That's the best way our offense is going to move forward, with or without Watson. It's what do we have and how can we maximize it? And right now they're not doing it. That's the issue that we have.
That's because y'all need better quarterback play. That's all. The offensive play calling is not bad. Y'all just need better quarterback.
No, because look at Minnesota. Minnesota has not a top 10 quarterback. Kirk Cousins is I would say at least a 7, maybe. But look at
Kirk Cousins is not a good quarterback.
No. What did you say?
Kirk Cousins
is not a good quarterback. Kirk Cousins is an average quarterback.
Not being a good quarterback, and look at how many games and how that offense moves, even with her having a good quarterback. And that's my point. It's not about having the greatest quarterback, but it's knowing what we have and how can we use that to.
You don't have an average quarterback though.
Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
He's not. He's an average quarterback. He's a
good quarterback though, bro.
Bro, he's an average quarterback.
He's an average quarterback.
He's average as hell.
Every receiver he plays with goes to the Pro Bowl. We don't have no Pro Bowl, nothing on our team, bro, at all.
Because y'all quarterback play sucks.
If Deshaun Watson came here, I guarantee you we'll have at least 2 Pro Bowlers on offense and a couple more Pro Bowlers on defense.
Yeah.
Well, no goddamn.
You guys continue bringing up trading for Watson. This is why, for me, I've been saying I understand he's older. And you don't know how long he's going to last before he falls off the cliff. That's why I'm saying, why not trade for Aaron Rodgers?
Watson is only 2 years older than Tua.
Watson's 25, bro.
No, Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
No, you can't get
Aaron Rodgers is 36.
For 2 years. Aaron Rodgers is a rental.
And he's 36 years old.
Aaron Rodgers, if you guys don't already know, already has a deal to do Jeopardy or whatever game he was already on. He already has his retirement plan. Right now, anybody that wants to retire, and this has been another issue with the Dolphins, they come to retire to the Dolphins for two reasons. One, they get more money because there's no state taxes, state income tax, and two, because the Miami Dolphins have always given a big contract for maybe 1 or 2 years and then I can retire. Absolutely not. If we want to destroy this team, then we'll go for Rodgers. If we want to look to the future, the only quarterback that we should be looking into is Watson. Period.
First of all, Rodgers would never play for the Miami Dolphins. He's just going to
No,
retire in Green
he's
Bay.
not. He's not even on our radar. He's
Yeah.
he'll never come down.
He would never.
Actually, guys, Aaron's leave. He doesn't want to be in Green Bay because the fan base there is honestly the fan base doesn't want him there. They're already saying
he's not coming to Miami. He doesn't want to come to Miami.
If he left Green Bay, he would just retire, bro.
He wants to go to a contender. He wants to go to a contender. He said he wants to go to a West Coast team. He's not coming to Miami. Miami for him is not.
He did. Don't forget. He said he wanted to go to Denver at one point.
If he goes
Miami
to Denver,
don't
he
got
got a
enough
better chance than Miami.
nothing. We don't got enough nothing, bro. We just don't got it. Man, I promise you. When I was watching the Buccaneers game, I realized it is we can have a better quarterback, but they would have beat us anyway because they was just little boying us the whole game. Tristan Wirfs was literally dropping back and just him and picking up Agba and Jalen Phillips by the jersey like little kids. I was watching it, bro. That man, Tristan Wirfs, is an animal, a beast. He was grabbing Agba, and Agba wasn't even moving an inch.
It would have been a closer game if y'all had Deshaun Watson. He would have made plays. Trust me.
Well, it's true because they would have had to respect the deep throws. And when they would have had to respect the deep throws. It opens up the running game because if you know you can't just stack the box, you gotta actually have at least one or two up top. Then it's gonna open up where we can probably have those running lanes, and then Myles Gaskin do his thing.
But then they also gotta respect the read option.
Can't no quarterback fix 45-17. That's just impossible.
Yes, they can.
I mean,
I'm trusting
45-17.
Bro, they're not going to have the ball that much if they have Watson. Watson is going.
It would have been like that's what I'm saying. It would have still lost. It would have been like 35-21.
No, it would probably have been closer. It would have probably been like 35-28 or something like that. He would have made more plays.
Why do you guys think it took them this long to realize that Austin Jackson is more of a guard instead of a tackle?
I have no idea.
What they should have did is spend some money in the offseason and brought in some offensive line.
He's a kid. I don't know why they trying to put this much pressure on that man. He's a kid.
They should have let him play his natural position from the get-go.
He don't even got grown man strength yet. He's 21 or 22. He's a kid. He's not built to play. He's not built to be starting tackle, protecting Tua Tagovailoa.
I mean, playing tackle is for the elite lineman anyway. So
yeah, he not. I just don't. I don't know, man.
He could get there. He could get there eventually, but not right now.
Maybe we just got a curse on my. Maybe it's just too hot down here for people to be good. I don't know, bro.
No, it's
okay. Wait. I got a question for the panel real quick, and I really want to listen to Ashton real quick. So, how much would, because we're all talking about Watson and keeping him, how much would we pay for Watson? And let's start with Ashton. I want to hear from him first.
In all honesty, they might have to give up from my understanding, they might have to give up three first round picks for him. If that's the case for us to get to the Super Bowl, so be it.
Give it up.
At this point, we've been through so doggone much. We've been suffering for a long time.
Three first round picks.
We've been through 1 in 15 and probably even and way worse. We've been suffering too much.
Yeah.
If we could go get them, and let everything else then let everything else happen. Once he gets,
you gotta think about it.
That's when he gets in. That's when everything will start.
Those 3 picks. That's like giving them Wilkins, Waddle, and Tua. That's
We
like
ain't
that's
give,
3 first
no,
rounders.
no, hold up right there. Let me stop it right there. We ain't giving we will give away Wilkins. We ain't giving a Waddle. Ain't no way.
No,
way.
I'm just
I want to
comparing
hear
it.
your best offer, though. I want to hear your best offer. What is your ultimate offer you would give up for Watson?
For Watson?
Listen, my
4 first
offer
rounders.
is 3 first
4
round
first
picks,
rounders.
3 first round
3,
picks.
and that's all they're
You
gonna
give up
get.
X because he wanted. Listen, you give him 3 first round picks. You give him X because he won a new contract and he's not playing up to elite contract
Two
level.
with X.
You give him 2. No, just
You
because
can't give him 3 with X.
No, give him 3. Give him X and give him 2 second rounders. That's only 2 years worth of draft
Oh,
capital.
nah. Hey, you breaking the bank, bro. What?
Bro, it don't matter. With the team that y'all have now, if y'all get some competent quarterback play, y'all making the playoffs and y'all going to the Super Bowl. Tell me why that's a no. Tell me why that's a no.
Because we could just easily give him 2 first rounders, X, and 1 second.
All right, but do you not know that they hold all the playing cards?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
How don't they?
Deshaun Watson does.
Okay, Deshaun Watson does, but if they want to keep him, they can keep him. If they don't want to pay him, they don't have to pay him. What they're
Keep
doing
him and
right
do
now
what?
is they doing a
What do you mean if they don't
no,
want to pay him? They don't
they're
have to pay
going
him.
to pay him.
This ain't
What's up? Hey man.
Oh, welcome back, TD. What's up?
Welcome back. You're gonna leave us.
Well, I had a little emergency I had to tend to. Thank you so much to all you guys for helping me out, hold it down while I was gone.
No problem, brother.
I'm gonna have to go get my son real soon, but what I'm gonna have to do, because I have one other thing that I needed to talk about, so I'm gonna actually restart a stream and talk about that subject. But then if y'all want to come back after that and keep chopping it up, I'm gonna open it up again. All right, if y'all cool with that.
When are you?
That's good.
When are you coming?
Hold on. What happened, Jolie?
When are you coming back so that we know to
I need a time, bro. Just give me a time.
No, I'm about to start a new stream in like 3 minutes.
Oh, I'll be back.
Okay.
But it's a topic that I'm doing, and then it's probably gonna take me about 30, and then I'm gonna have a link. And if y'all want to come back in and chop it up, then I'm gonna leave it open for y'all. As long as y'all can handle it respectfully. I mean, we didn't have no fights or nothing, right? I couldn't tell.
No, we didn't.
No, we have no fight. We just have passionate Dolphins fans going back and forth. You know, the usual.
But you know what's good though? The Miami Heat looking good.
Oh, we ain't finna get that started, man. Hey, but let me go ahead and end this
The
with y'all,
Lakers
and then I'll be back. All right.
All
right, TD.
Okay, bye, TD.
All right.
Later.